everyone, welcome back, and today we're going to be doing a mani together. Today I'm going to be doing my left hand. I decided to use these water decals from Poshy, and I wanted to use this design right here. These water decals are called Let's Get Shamrock. For the glitter, I'm going to be using the Dipped and Dusted Green Apple. And then for my solid colors, I'm going to be using Revel's Lush as well as Revel's French White. For my liquids today, I'm going to be using my Mani Boss dip liquids. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the dip base. I will be doing 3 coats of the solid colors. So for Lush, I'm going to be doing my pointer and pinky finger. I'm going to start with 3/4 of the way up the nail and all the way down to the free edge. And then I will be doing the pour over method. And then I'm going to be doing 2 full coats of the color with the pour over method and cleaning in between. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch for now, and then I'll be right back. This cleanup tool that I'm using actually comes in a 3-pack, and it is located in my Amazon storefront down below, so you guys go ahead and check that link out. I really like it because it's really super sharp at the end, and it's portable, so it actually collapses and you can just basically store it anywhere. So I use this tool after each dip, if needed, to just clean up my cuticle area to get it more crisp. Now that the pointer finger is done, we're going to go ahead and move on to the pinky, and I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the process. I'm going to go 3/4 of the way up and then down to the free edge, and then 2 full coats, and then clean my cuticles in between. Now, I like to do the pour over method because it's less filing at the end. Sometimes when you dip your finger into the jar, it kind of moves the dip liquid and it leaves a ridge sometimes. So doing the pour over method just eliminates that. And again, it's better for the filing process. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch, and then I'll be right back to do the other nails. Alright, now that we're done with our Lush color, we're going to go ahead and go straight into our French White, which is that white dip color from Revel. And we're going to be doing the same process, so 3/4 of the way up, do the pour over method, and then do the 2 full coats just the same, and then of course clean the cuticles in between if needed. Now I totally forgot how much I actually like the Rebels white. Back in the day it was pretty patchy for me, but I think they changed the formula to where it's like a better consistency and it's no longer as patchy or hard to work with. So yeah, this is definitely a good one for when you do your water decals as a background. Okay, so now that my solid colors are laid, I'm going to go ahead and activate them so they can go ahead and harden and cure while I move on to my glitter. Again, for the glitter, I'm going to be using Dipped and Dusted Green Apple. And what I really like about her packaging, other than the outside, of course, is this little cap that comes on top of all her dips. I love it. It's just good for storing all her like dips and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some into my cupcake liner. I'm only going to pour not even half of this because I don't need a lot of it. Because I'm only going to be doing one coat for my thumb and my ring finger. All her glitter dips are pretty pigmented and you actually don't need too much for it to like do a full coat or a full coverage. So again, I'm only doing one dip for my ring finger and my thumb. I will be adding specific glitters to like in certain areas that I feel like it was missing or I need to move around some of the glitters, and you're going to go ahead and see that later on in the video. But I'll go ahead and let you guys watch and then I'll be right back. When I laid my finger down, none of the big glitters transferred onto my finger. So what I'm doing with right now is I'm actually picking out the bigger pieces of glitter with my tweezers. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use my my wax tool from Triple D. It helps you to pick up like certain glitters and jewels, but it's really good for when you want to pick up the bigger glitters. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab on my dip base and I'm gonna just put it in specific spots where I think the bigger chunky glitter should be. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch this part and then I'll be right back. So we're basically going to repeat the process for my thumb. Again, I'm going to do a full coat of dip base, then lay my finger down, and then I'm going to go ahead and add any glitters that I think need to be added in certain areas. After that, we're then going to go ahead and clear cap both the thumb and the ring finger with Triple D clear. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch, and again, I'll be right back. For the clear capping of the glitters, we're going to do a full coat of the dip base and do the pour over method with the clear. And you want to make sure that this is a generous amount of dip base because you want to go ahead and get it into the nooks and crannies. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this part, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate it as well. Once I activate my glitters, I'm going to go ahead and then file and buff off camera, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the water decal part. So this is how we look like after filing and buffing. We're going to go ahead and move on to the middle finger. I'm going to use the Triple D gel base, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut the design that I want out. We're going to be applying a thin layer, and this is just to use the tackiness of it to help us adhere the decal onto the nail. While I'm curing my nail for about 30 seconds or so, I am going to put my water decal into the water, and then I'm going to get my lint-free wipe ready to go to like wipe off any excess water, and of course get my stamper out ready to go. Right here, I'm taking my Triple D tweezers again, and then I'm going to go ahead and lay my decal onto the napkin. I'm going to flip it over and also tap off the excess water from there. I'm then going to go ahead and lay my decal face down on my stamper, tap it until the white part of the paper comes off or like slides off fairly easy. Then I'm going to take my lint-free wipe and tap off the excess water from there. And then once I'm ready and I know where I want to put the decal, I'm going to then press and like roll side to side my stamper to like help the decal adhere around the corners. Then I'm going to go ahead and take some acetone. This is the brand that I use, but you can use any acetone. I'm only going to use a little bit in the cap, about that much. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the Poshy cleanup tool. And then I'm just going to go ahead and tap the excess decal off. What the acetone does is actually it melts off the decal, making it easier for you to remove the decal, the excess decal that you don't need. So I'm only going to tap on the sides where I need the decal to be removed. I'm not going to glide my brush against the decal because that can actually mess it up. So again, just tap the brush with the acetone in the areas where you want the decal to melt off. I decided that I wanted to use these small shamrocks on my pointer and pinky finger. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just repeat the process, and I'm going to go ahead and put a thin layer of gel base, cure it for about 30 seconds while I have the water decal in the water hanging out. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my stamper to transfer the decal onto my nail. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this part, and then I'll be right back. I decided to add the gel base to the rest of my fingers because I just actually decided to do a gel top coat for all of my fingers. I felt like my pointed finger shamrock was not placed right, or like it needed to be more placed on the outside towards the nail, so I actually decided to do that one over. And since I'm going to go ahead and just do it over, I'm actually going to speed this process up for you guys, so just stick around with me for a little bit longer, okay? All right, there we go. That's better. See how the decal is more towards the outside of the nail now? All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my dipped and dusted no wipe top coat, and I'm going to put a thin layer on all of my nails, and I'm going to cure for a full 60 seconds. Right here, I'm actually adding my second layer of my gel top coat. I am going to be curing in between each layer for about 10 seconds just to flash cure it so the gel top coat doesn't move. But I am going to do a second layer because I always do a second layer just to make sure everything is smoothed out. And then at the end, I'm going to cure for a full 60 seconds. And this is our final result. Now my cuticles are looking a bit rough, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is add my Kenny Skincare cuticle oil. I'm going to go ahead and add this around my cuticles and a little bit on my skin just to hydrate everything. And this is our final result, you guys. I love how the light green just makes the dark green pop on the decals, and I really love this glitter. So don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.